Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, I'm Kim, this is Core Union. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about a few examples from little things to relatively big things, just to help me point out to you again that circumstances never matter, even though we all fall victim to this illusion that the circumstance must mean the end, it must mean I'm gonna fail, it must mean that I'm not good enough, it must mean that I'm not worthy, it must mean that they don't love me or that I can't have the career that I want or the money that I deserve. So all of that is untrue. So before I do get into these three short stories, I've told the stories before, by the way, most likely, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell it potentially from a different perspective, and plus I'm getting discovered literally every day. And I also, by the way, give the video a thumbs up because it does help my channel grow and I really appreciate the support. If you're looking for coaching, the link will be in the description box below. So I'm going to probably condense these down into just about 5 minutes or so. I'm going to try my best. So first, to start out with, I'm going to tell just a quick story about little things, like, because this is my lifestyle again, a couple small things that I just manifested to a big thing, $150,000 that I manifested years ago. Because I just want to talk about the process very quickly without too much detail. So most recently, I was looking at one of my favorite furniture design businesses, furniture design stores called Arhaus, A-R-H-A-U-S. I absolutely love the style. There was a mirror called the Porter mirror, which was massive, and it cost about $4,000 to $5,000. It was basically a carved black wooden mirror that has a very cool kind of European floral design around it. And it just like made my heart, like, I loved it. There's no way, even if I was a billionaire, I'm not going to spend $4,000 to $5,000 on a mirror. So I really just kept obsessing about the mirror. I kept picturing it in my bedroom. I started to look on different websites trying to search for a mirror similar to it, but that wouldn't cost so much money. I basically did the same thing I always do. I visualized it here and I was just obsessed with this particular mirror. I love interior design and I love decor. I eventually had an urge to go to a store that I don't go to often at all. I went to the store and I was just looking around. And I wasn't thinking specifically for a mirror, but I ended up in a section where they were selling mirrors. I didn't see the mirror that I'm describing yet, but I started moving things around and I saw the edge of what looked like a black floral design. So I went up and I moved the mirror that was on top of it, and it was a very large leaning mirror, not as massive, but it was exactly the same mirror, but for $100. Just wasn't as big. Okay, so that's a perfect example of how circumstances that I wasn't going to spend $4,000 to $5,000 on this mirror, circumstances that I searched and I couldn't find the mirror anywhere else, that didn't matter. I just kept obsessing about it and visualizing it here and seeing it here and being excited about that feeling. And then I went off around my day just following what feels good to me, because that's what I do. And then I was inspired to go to a store I don't normally go to, and boom, there was the mirror, right? So that just shows you how I could have given up. I could have bought a different mirror. I could have thought, this is too hard, I'm just gonna settle for this other mirror, but I did not do that, okay? So I hope that helps. Another example I wanna give is the white shirt I recently was wearing on a video that I just did. I don't remember the title of the video right now, but I was out shopping and I had this idea. I had a picture in my mind of wanting to have this very romantic looking white shirt. And I also was picturing Hannah, my other half, my Marisol, my twin flame, my partner in life. I was just kind of picturing Hannah really enjoying seeing me in the shirt, and that made me feel all warm and tingly and happy. Went to a store, looking around, nothing. Left the store. I wasn't stressed out about it. I went to another store and I wear a size medium, so I started looking at the different, shirts in that section, and also I looked at the shirts in the large section. I wasn't finding anything at all even close to it, but I was like, this doesn't make sense because I saw myself in the shirt. I know the shirt is here. I know the end already exists that I got the shirt today. So I did something. I was inspired. I didn't give up and buy another shirt. I didn't say, oh, this isn't going to happen, this was stupid, and buy another shirt. There was a circumstance. I couldn't find the shirt that I wanted, but I knew in my head, I knew in my heart, because I saw it in my mind and I could see and hear Hannah loving it on me, right? So that was kind of the process. I had inspired action to look in the extra small section. I don't wear shirts extra small or small. So I look at extra small, I can't find it. And then boom, one shirt, the one exact shirt that I saw in my mind that I wore in the video, which I'll link up here somewhere. I don't know. That one shirt was sitting there and it was a small. But when I tried it on, I bought it. When I got home, when I tried it on, it fit me perfectly. And I'm not a size small. Okay, that's another example. The last example I want to give, and I just really, I know for a fact that this is helping you guys. You guys should save this video as one of your favorites because I know it will help you out when you're in this state of victim state and not believing. Okay, save the video and watch it over and over again. And do like it, by the way, again, and comment on it. So the last thing was when the pandemic first shut down, I had my retail business that I had for 15, 16 years or whatever, that I did deliberately manifest. And I manifested selling millions of dollars worth of products, and I manifested an amazing lifestyle and a wonderful income from that because I always trusted in God by that. I always trusted in God. Sorry about that. So the pandemic started. All of the bills that I had were on auto pay. So not only did my business have to shut down, but I had no other sources of income at the time, and everything went into the negative very quickly. I was not approved for any kind of support at that time because because my income on paper was so high, I fell through the cracks. There was no support for someone like me at the time. Things changed later, but at the time. So no money was coming in. I had no money. My business accounts, my business and personal account was in the negative, okay? Scary place to be. Right? I applied for an emergency loan. I had no way of getting any of the data, any of the backup documentation to be able to gather up to send with the application for the emergency loan. I tried for days to do it. I couldn't do it. I said, F it. I sent the application in without backup documentation. From there, every single day, morning, noon, and night, I stayed in faith. I stayed in trust. I stayed living from the end. I had inner conversations. I trusted, I detached. I trusted God over and over and over again. I can't tell you how much I did, but I also just enjoyed myself. I could have taken a lot of action that I could have destroyed my own life. Trigger warning, I could have taken my own life. I could have done a lot of really bad things. I could have reacted, but instead I was responding with trust, with surrender. And I would cry and I would go into spirals and it was super scary, but I would keep rising up no matter what. I wouldn't allow myself to stay there, and I lingered in trust and faith. And every single day, things were coming at me. It wasn't like it was just easy breezy. Things were showing themselves up to me in my 3D, threatening things, hard things, scary things, but I still would persist. At the last minute, without me having given them any of the documentation and without me constantly, I didn't check in with them at all. I just put it out there and trusted, and I continued to have inner conversations. I did it all. And when I spiraled, I would pull myself up over and over. And I chose, by the way, before I get into what happened, I chose every day to cook recipes, to eat the foods that I love, to take long hot showers, to listen to music, to dance, to watch movies that I liked and comedies that I liked. I chose to just follow my bliss. I chose to let go of the fear, and regardless of the circumstances that were slamming me in my face, I chose to follow my happiness. This is such a huge key for you guys. I enjoyed every day of my life. Even with the ups and downs, I enjoyed my life. I continued to tell myself I'm worthy and I'm good enough, and I know that God loves me, and I know that God's handling it, and I surrendered to that. And then at the last minute, without any other way that I could think of, at the last minute, $150,000 was literally just deposited in my bank account. Simple. It happened just like that. But did it happen immediately? No. Again, I went days, weeks, months, okay, of handling, not allowing my 3D circumstance, my fears or anything. I didn't succumb to it. I stayed calm in the eye of the storm, and I stayed stable and secure and in complete trust in God. And that is how I manifest. So if you want to learn how I manifest and you need coaching, just reach out to me. Click on the link in the description box below. I'll be happy to help you. Comment on the video. And I love you so much. Have a good day. Bye.